This is Dr. Stoxen here with Dr. Stoxen, my father, Paul Stoxen, who was a graduate of National College of Chiropractic in 1949, right?
Right.
You know, over the years we have seen a lot of changes in our chiropractic profession, right?
Oh, a lot of them is right.
Yeah. Back then, chiropractic wasn't as cool as it is now, is it?
We were actually pioneers.
Yeah. And they also had to see the benefit of the treatment fairly quickly.
Absolutely.
Because they had to pay for it by themselves. There was no insurance reimbursement back
gosh,
then.
very, very little insurance.
And also, the other thing is that you didn't have any advertising, right?
No advertising at all.
So it was built on your reputation and your results, right?
And the results.
So anyway, now here we see some changes over the last 50, 60 years, and what do you think of these changes now?
Changes are very, very good.
Now, one thing is kind of interesting is that, you know, you're aware of this, this project that we just completed, which was the book that Anthony Field decided to write. He basically decided that he was in, you know, what happened was he was in a downward spiral. His health was getting worse, and he was reached a point where we couldn't take it anymore, and he brought in the natural methods of the chiropractic to see if they could help him. And through these natural treatments that were provided, he was able to pull himself out of this downward spiral and get in the best shape of his life. And he's written this book. Now, what do you think of that? It's kind of interesting. That's probably the first book ever written by a famous celebrity about how chiropractic care has helped him come out of a downward spiral. Of course, those stories were widespread over those 50 years that you practiced, weren't they?
Absolutely. In fact, they actually are in such bad shape that medically they could not be helped, and of course they were really down to the bottom by the time they come to us. It's like a downward spiral. It's almost at an end. But the point is, that's why we had so many referrals, because no one could help them, and we got them back on their feet and got them back to work and so forth, and that's what built up the profession of chiropractic.
Right, exactly. You know, that's interesting that you say that. You know, what I've noticed over the years is that sometimes patients try everything, and then you are the last person that they're going to come to.
Absolutely.
And what's interesting is that when you are the last person that they come to, and you're able to pull them out of their downward spiral, then it only gives you this sense of satisfaction. How do you feel when that happens?
Well, the biggest thing, even though I'm retired, I try to help people nutritionally and so forth, and also my family, we treat all of our family and so forth, and it's a good feeling that you can help someone.
Right, right.
Really.
So, in fact, this story about Anthony Field, in his recovery from this downward spiral through the natural methods of chiropractic, it's been going on for 50 years in your practice. How many people do you think told you that if it wasn't for you, they were in this downward spiral, that you pulled them through?
That's why they ended up bringing their entire family, and they just keep preaching for us. We don't even have to do any preaching. They do it for us.
You know, in the last 15 years, I haven't spent a penny on advertising. In fact, all the patients came from referrals. People say, how do you treat so many celebrities? And that is because I try to give them more than what they expect, and the wow factor. And chiropractic definitely delivers that. So, you know, what do you think about the fact that this major celebrity that has this hit TV show in 110 countries is going to speak positively about chiropractic? What do you think about that? Now, what do you think that's going to do for chiropractors?
It should double the amount of chiropractors that are there right now, because people are looking for help, and they are tired of taking codeine and all these really killer drugs. This is a completely drug-free type of treatment. And like I say, you ask people, you know, what is the most important organ of the body, and they'll say heart, liver. Well, I said, how about the brain? It controls your entire system.
Right. And when you're taking these drugs that just manage the pain,
you're not treating the cause.
That's exactly right.
That's why I went into chiropractic. Well, the point is that, the chiropractic speaks for itself, because people get well, they tell somebody else about it. Good news travels very fast. And that is one of the reasons why I love chiropractic.
Mm-hmm.
Really do.
Well, listen, it's such a great thing for me to be able to share this time with my father after we have been working together to help people for, I'm 26 years now. And he's a great inspiration, and he's done so many things by helping me to be, a good doctor and help others in what my purpose is in life. I didn't get into this profession to make millions of dollars. I got into this profession to change millions of lives, and through the help of this book, I hope that you will be able to discover what we have known for 50 years in our family, that the natural method is the way to go, and to read this book and to really discover what it's done for Anthony and what it can do for you. So thank you very much for helping me help others, and hopefully you'll be able to discover more from this book. And with that, I leave you to the next edition of Team Doctor's Blog. Thank you very much.